So this video I'm just going to show you some basic features of the new Safex Cash standalone wallet. First of all, I'm going to create a new wallet. I'm just going to put a quick password in there. This is just going to be the video example wallet. Now I've explained all of this in a previous video. I'll leave a link to it, so I'm not going to explain what this save function is here. So I have the version 0.1.0, so this is the first standalone wallet, so the first graphical wallet for Safex Cash and Safex Token. So I'll just give you a little tour of some of the features. First of all, the top here, you've got status connected. This is just a simple explanation telling you that you are connected to the Safex Cash node. Here it tells you what the blockchain height is. Here is the US dollar value of Safex Cash right now, and again the US dollar cost of Safex Token. This is your public address, so this is the address that you give to people when you want to receive Safex Cash, or if you want to withdraw Safex Cash or Safex Token from an exchange, you will input this address onto there. And there's a little helpful copy button there if you need it. You also have a pending and available balance for both Safex Cash and Safex Token. When a transaction is, when Safex Cash or Safex Token is transferred to you, it takes 10 blocks for that cash or token to be unlocked. And basically it's a small waiting time required just to avoid things like double spend and block forks and different things like that, orphaned blocks. After that 10 block wait, your cash will be then available to you, and the same with token. The only exception to that 10 block wait is if you're mining directly off the Safex node. 99% of you wouldn't be doing that. You'd probably be mining from a mining pool, but if you are having Safex Cash blocks mined directly to this address, it will actually take 60 blocks depth for it to be unlocked, so that's roughly 2 hours. But as I said, that's 99% of people, if they are mining, would be mining directly from a pool. So there's a few little features that we can have a look at. There's a transaction history page here. So this will give you a list. Obviously this is a new address, so it's not going to have any transaction history on here yet, but it will give you a list of transactions going in and out, the time and date of when it happened, and a link to the Explorer with your transaction ID on there. Next is your address book. So if you have any contacts that you make regular payments to, you can store them in here. Example, I'm just going to put a random address in here. Copy. Paste that into there. Now the address book always requires a payment ID to be generated, so there's a little random generator here for you as well. Save your contact, new contact has been added. Go back to your contacts and here you go. So this is quite useful if you've got a friend or a family member or anyone that you send cash to regularly. You can do so by just clicking the address book. You can either copy their address or you can send them cash or token directly to them. The next feature is the, let me just drop this down. The next part is your seed and keys. So this is quite important. So you have to type your password in again. And here it will give you everything that you need for your seed and backup keys. So your private keys, both your spend and your view, and also your public view and public spend key, as well as your wallet seed words as well. These 25 letters here, 25 words here. Keep a backup of all of these because if your computer ever breaks down or you need to import your keys on another computer or anything like that, these are very useful for recovering it. You also have the option here to rescan the blockchain just by clicking the rescan button, and that will basically wipe the database that's stored locally on your computer and rescans the blockchain. It may take 5-10 minutes depending on your computer and various other things. So next I'll show you how you can transfer cash or tokens to another address using the send function. Now obviously I have no cash or tokens in this address, so I'm just going to load up another wallet that has a small amount of cash and tokens in so I can show you as an example. But I'm going to send to this address, so I'm just going to take a copy of this address here, just paste it in here, just so I've got that for reference. I'm going to log out of that account. I'm going to open a wallet that I've used before. So as you can see, I have some available cash and available tokens. I'm going to send Safex Cash to that address. The process is exactly the same for tokens as well. So as you can see here, it's just a very basic send function. I'm going to enter the address, paste it in there, and amount 1 Safex Cash. Payment ID is optional. When you would require a payment ID is when you are sending your cash or tokens to an exchange, which includes a payment ID function. For example, CoinDeal, if you just sent your cash to the address that gives you without putting your payment ID in, you'd probably lose it. So you need to also include your payment ID so it knows that that transaction coming in is linked to your trading account. So back to sending cash out, I've got this address here, and I'm just going to press send. You're also probably thinking about how much fee I'm going to pay. So what it does then is it takes how much you're sending and calculates a transaction fee. Now this fee will vary dependent on how busy the network is, how big your transaction is, how many other transactions. There's many variables, but it won't be a massive amount. Most likely it'll be under 1 Safex Cash in size. So I'm happy to proceed with this transaction. So I'm going to press send, and there's a copy of my transaction ID, and if I wanted to I can then look that up on the Safex Explorer. So there we mentioned that Safex Cash, some of my Safex Cash has gone into pending. Again, that's normal. Now for tokens, the process is exactly the same. I could send 1 Safex token to that account if I wanted to. Please bear in mind, Safex token transactions are paid with Safex Cash. So if you want to send Safex tokens out anywhere, you will also need a small balance of Safex Cash to cover the cost of that transaction. So that's a basic tutorial on how to send transactions. What I'll do now is just open up the wallet which we sent it to. I think it was this one. And hopefully by the time this is opened, the transaction will be included in a block. So it hasn't yet, so I'll just pause the video and I will start it again once the transaction has been included on the blockchain. So here we have it. Here's our pending cash that I've just sent to this address. So this will take another 10 blocks. So that's roughly about 20 minutes until that cash is unlocked and available for me to then spend or transfer somewhere else. I'll just also show you an example of the transaction history. As you can see, received 1 Sunday, April 21st, 2019 at 8:28 p.m. is the transaction ID. If you click on that, it will open up the Safex Blockchain Explorer. The fee is 0 because this address wasn't the address that paid the fee. It's only when you're sending out that you pay the fee, so there won't be a fee associated for this account in that regard. So there you go. It's a very simple wallet, but everything that you need for your basic wallet management So moving of Safex Cash and Safex tokens, managing your private keys, and also managing your address book and all those different things. So enjoy the wallet. Again, if you have any questions, please feel free to leave a comment in the comment section. We also have the safe.exchange, the official forums, which will have support topics in there if you need to ask a question.